welcome to part 15 of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, starting from Act 2, Scene 9. Ron, you persuaded the Sorting Hat, don't you remember? Pendrew bet you that you couldn't get into Gryffindor if your life depended on it, so you chose Gryffindor to spite him. I can't blame you. We'd all like to wipe the smile off his face sometimes, wouldn't we? Please don't tell Padma I said that. Albus, who's Pendrew? Ron and Harry stare at Albus. Ron, bloody hell, you're really not yourself, are you? Anyway, better go, before I'm sent to Howler myself. He stumbles on, not even an inch of the man he was. Albus, but that doesn't make sense. Harry, Albus, whatever you're feigning, it isn't working. I will not change my mind. Albus, Dad, you have two choices. Either you take me to... Harry, no, you're the one with the choice, Albus. You do this, or you get into deeper, much deeper, trouble. Do you understand? Scorpius appears on the other half of the stairs. He is delighted when he sees Albus. Scorpius, Albus, you're okay. That's fantastic. Harry walks dismissively past Scorpius. Harry, he's completely cured, and we've got to go. Albus looks up at Scorpius and his heart breaks. He follows his dad, ignoring Scorpius's desperate glance as he does. Scorpius, are you mad at me? What's going on? Albus stops and turns to Scorpius. Albus, did it work? Did any of it work? Scorpius, no, but Albus. Harry, Albus, whatever gibberish you're talking, you need to stop it now. This is your final warning. Albus looks torn between his dad and his friend. Albus, I can't, okay? Scorpius, you can't what? Albus, we'll be better off without each other, okay? Scorpius looks after Albus as he walks away, heartbroken. Act 2, Scene 10, Hogwarts, Headmistress's office. Professor McGonagall is full of unhappiness. Harry's full of purpose. Ginny's not sure what she's supposed to be. Professor McGonagall, I'm not sure what the Marauders map was intended for. Harry, if you see them together, then get to them as quickly as possible and keep them separate. Professor McGonagall, Harry, are you sure this is the right decision? Because far be it from me to doubt the wisdom of the Centaurs, but Bane is an extremely angry Centaur, and it's not beyond him to twist the constellation for his own ends. Harry, I trust Bane. Albus is to stay away from Scorpius, for his sake and others. Ginny, I think what Harry means is... Harry, the professor knows what it means. Ginny looks at Harry, surprised that he'd talk to her that way. Professor McGonagall, Albus has been checked by the greatest witches and wizards in the country, and no one can find or sense a hex or curse. Harry, and Dumbledore said. Professor McGonagall, what? Harry, his portrait. We spoke. He said some things which made sense. Professor McGonagall, Dumbledore is dead, Harry, and I've told you before, portraits don't represent even half of their subjects. Harry, he said love had blinded me. Professor McGonagall, a head teacher's portrait is a memoir. It's supposed to make a support mechanism for the decisions I have to make. But I was advised as I took this job, to not mistake the painting for the person, and you will be well advised to do the same. Harry, but he was right. I see it now. Professor McGonagall, Harry, you've been put under enormous pressure. The loss of Albus, the search for him, the fears as to what your scar might mean. But trust me when I tell you, you are making a mistake. Harry, Albus didn't like me before. He might not like me again, but he'll be safe. With the greatest respect, Minerva, you don't have children. Ginny, Harry, you don't understand. Professor McGonagall, I'd hoped that a lifetime spent in the teaching profession would mean... Harry, this map will reveal to you where my son is at all times. I expect you to use it. And if I hear you don't, then I will come down on this school as hard as I can, using the full force of the ministry. Is that understood?" Professor McGonagall looked bewildered by this vitriol. Professor McGonagall: "Perfectly." Harry looks at Ginny, unsure of what he's become. He doesn't look back. Act 2, Scene 11, Hogwarts, Defense Against the Dark Arts class. Albus enters the classroom, slightly unsure. Hermione: "Ah, yes, our trained absconder, finally joining us." Albus: "Hermione?" He looks amazed. Hermione standing at the front of the lesson. Hermione: "Professor Granger, I believe is my name, Potter." Albus: "What are you doing here?" Hermione: "Teaching. For my sins. What are you doing here? Learning, I hope." Albus: "But you're the Minister for Magic." Hermione: "Been having those dreams again?